We're here in Poland at the site of Auschwitz. Behind me are the train tracks that were used to bring people here from all over Europe. Approximately 1.1 million people lost their lives here in a very short period of time, about 5 years. Not surprisingly, this place has often been referred to as a factory of death. Shortly after World War II, those that were responsible for places like Auschwitz were held accountable for their actions, things like the Nuremberg trials. It was in these trials that not only justice was brought, but also perspective as to how did this take place and how do we stop it from ever happening again. More recent trials have given us perspective, not only of our responsibility, but caution to future generations. In 2015, at the age of 93, Oscar Groening was convicted for helping facilitate mass murder. What makes this case so interesting is that Oscar Groening was an accountant here at Auschwitz that didn't directly participate in the genocide. The case against Groening was built on what he would have seen and experienced here at Auschwitz. It was argued that he would have seen mountains of luggage piled up, that he would have counted currencies from different countries, that he would have heard the screaming from the gas chambers, that he would have helped search for escapees, that he would have seen the smoke billowing from the crematory smokestacks during the day, and he would have seen the crematory ditch fires at night. Ultimately, it was argued that Groening did not sufficiently act on his conscience. This landmark case contains instructive irony. Consider that Oscar Groening was a German citizen held to account by the German courts for his military service because his conscience did not act against the instructions of his superiors and that of the Nazi government, which was then in power. This case challenges us to consider deeply our responsibility of conscience, but also the state's responsibility to uphold and to protect our freedom of conscience, especially if we're going to be held accountable for our actions. The courts can't have it both ways.